Will there be confusion in Pasadena, California on January 1st? We'll get to that in a second. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a video today. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. Helps the channel out. I don't do it for views or anything, but the numbers are great. We've been growing really well on here, and I love and appreciate each and every one of you. So, that being said, I want to talk today about the Rose Bowl a little bit more, but I get kind of get this from an article from Wolverines Wire USA Today that says what makes Alabama such a tricky offense for the Michigan football defense. And I kind of read off this a little bit, but kind of give my own perspective and thoughts on this is when it comes to Alabama's offense, you don't know what they're going to run. Like, you know that they're going to run the ball. You know that Milroe can take off with his legs. And you know you got Isaiah Bond out there and other receivers that they can throw the ball to. But you don't know which way they're going to go every single play, which is what makes it confusing. It's very inconsistent. It's consistently inconsistent. You know, like, are they going to throw to Isaiah Bond? Are they going to go deep? Are they going to go on a slant route? Are they going to run the ball up the middle with a guy like Roydell Williams or whoever? Is Jalen Milroe going to take off with his legs? Most of the time when he does that, by the way, the pocket collapses and he's got to run, which is going to be tough, and you'll probably see that a little bit throughout the game with the Michigan defense. So I look at this and I say, there's going to be some confusion, I think, in this game, unless Michigan's defense, with guys like Mike Sainristil, the captain and fifth-year corner, not quarter, defense, lock in. Okay, guys like that, if they can stay focused, if they can play one-on-one, then honestly, Michigan has a chance in this game. They do. And by the way, I think I brought this up in the preview video, but who's the pressure on in this game? Y'all let me know. Michigan, who's 0-2 in playoff games, third straight appearance this year, or Alabama, who needs a national title to avoid what has never happened, a third straight year without one. Anyway, getting back to this, Sanders still the quarterback for Michigan had this to say about Jalen Milroe and playing Alabama's offense. He said, we've played, and I get this from Wolverines Wire, USAtoday.com. We've played very good offenses. We played Maryland, who had a really good quarterback, of course, Taulia Tagovailoa. Really good at getting out to pocket, creating plays, something that's very similar to Milroe. We played Ohio State, who has really good receivers. Jackson Smith-Njigba, go down the list. Marvin Harrison. You know, Marvin Harrison won the Biletnikoff. So we've definitely had scenarios that have prepared us for a team like Alabama. So just being able to take everything that we've learned throughout the year and just put all forward here going into this game is going to be the best thing for our preparation. Again, that's Mike Sainristil, quarterback for Michigan, who had that to say. So he acknowledges Jalen Milroe in this Alabama offense. He acknowledges it. He takes, into account what they've been able to do. I mean, you had fourth and goal for the 31. If you can overcome that, you would think Alabama can overcome anything, right? Well, Michigan is not Georgia. They're not Auburn. They're not any of these teams they had to play. Texas is in the CFP. But still, like, Michigan's Michigan. And you look at Michigan and you say, they've done so well. Really well. I can't even put into words how good of a team Michigan's going to be in this game. You know, uh, that Sanders still went on to talk about Isaiah Bond. He said he's probably a 10.2, 100-meter track runner, a lot faster than Marvin Harrison, I would say. That says a lot because Harrison's going to run really well at the combine. Isaiah Bond still got a year or two of eligibility before he can even go pro. I think he's a sophomore this year. So, I love that this player for Michigan, Mike Sanderstill, the best defensive back, one of the best, probably the best in the Big Ten, but one of the best in college football, is coming out and giving credit to Alabama. That shows character. So I think that's really great. But Michigan acknowledges that this will not be an easy task. And they know that it's going to be a tricky offense that they're going to have to play defensively against Alabama. And I would say the big key thing is it's tricky because you never know what they're going to run. Are they going to hand it off to Roydell or Justice Haynes or whoever might be in the backfield? Which, by the way, I hope Justice Haynes gets some playing time real soon. Are they going to run the ball? Are they going to do a little option? Are they going to do a little screen pass? Are they going to throw the deep ball like they did with Tua? Which we really haven't seen. I mean, maybe in those smaller opponent games we saw them throw the deep ball out to Isaiah Bond or whoever, and they had to do it on 4th and 31. But that's not, this is no 2018 Alabama. It's not 2020. This is 2023. And Tommy Rees is our offensive coordinator for Alabama, and he's going to dial up what he feels comfortable with giving to Jalen Milroe. I give credit for this article to Isaiah Hull on Twitter. I guess he's part of Wolverine's Wire. He posted this one late last night, early this morning at 12:15 a.m. Eastern Time on December 27th. So I want to hear from you guys. What would you say it is that's going to make this Alabama offense work in this game? And do you agree that it can be tricky and tough and challenging for Michigan's defense? It wasn't that long ago at the start of the season, Alabama didn't have an offense. Couldn't score with Texas, right? Well, Texas is in the playoff. What you got to say now? I think it's getting better by the second. I think they're practicing hard. I think Nick Saban's staying on top of them. And I think that this team, this year, has what it takes to win it all. And surprise, Alabama's probably going to be a national champion. But they got to get through Michigan first. And that's not an easy task. Rose Bowl first, then we'll talk about what's going down in Houston. Houston? I think that's where they're having the Natty. Anyway, I love you guys. God bless. Jesus loves you. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Happy New Year, too. Y'all be safe. I love y'all.